Hi, hello, and good Thursday afternoon to every one of you. Welcome to our YouTube live chat show with me, Julia, and
Lillian.
you just cannot know how to point properly. Lilian, yes. Okay, so actually this morning we had such a nice cool weather, right? You all had a 10
Yeah.
o'clock morning live show with Anita. So right now the sun is out, so it's a good hot Thursday afternoon. Yes. And I'm sure that everybody is halfway through their meals. So sit back, relax, and let's chat. So today
Yeah. Chat.
our our topic is continue with our shape. So
Yeah.
today is H. We are talking about our heart. Talking about
Heart.
heart. So
Yes. All
Lillian,
about your
what's in your
heart.
heart?
What's in your heart? Ooh. Why is it so important to know what's in your heart? Yeah, have you ever thought about that? What's so important about knowing what's in your heart? I think this question is also we want to link it to like not only what's important in your heart, but another word for heart, is also passion. And what are you
Mm,
passionate about? Yeah. So what's in your heart? What are you passionate about? And that will bring us to whether are you listening to your heart?
yes,
Yeah. So
absolutely.
to find out whether what is in your heart, I think first thing first also you need to listen to your heart. Yeah. Do you know
I
that we
think
have all have different unique, very unique heartbeat?
no, I don't know. I thought it's same lah. Beat, right? Not with this. Yeah, I would assume that it's the same.
You assume it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know that I mean, when we talk about our heart, listen to our heart, right? Our heart is like a lot of desires, hopes, interests, ambitions, dreams, and affections that you have, isn't it?
Yeah.
And our heart actually like represent the source of our motivation. Like what do you love to do? What do you care about most? Yeah. Have you heard about this saying? Say, I love you with all of my
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the new one is warm the cockles of my heart, right?
heart. Yeah. And I saw this what you call this saying says that as the face is reflected in the water, right? So the heart reflects the person. Whoa. I mean that tells me that your heart actually reveals the true you, lor, the real you, what you truly are, and what other not what other people think of you or what the circumstances force you to be. So what are your thoughts about this? Like we have I mean I have thrown in so many things, right? Wow.
There's
Helping
so
you
many
to
things.
digest a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Mm.
oh, I'm not sure you also heard that of course in our Bible in our reading of our Bible out of the okay, I can't really remember how to quote exactly. Out of the abundance of our hearts, right? The mouth
Yes.
speaks, right?
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
correct, right? Yeah. So always find this is so true. Like somebody may be very presentable, maybe look okay on the outside, but you don't know what's the inside. So
Mm,
what is how the inside manifests out is by the words they say, their actions. So
mm.
somebody may be quite cliche lah. Some people may look beautiful, may look handsome, but the moment they open their mouth, wow, you see like, eh, it's like it doesn't match,
Not
right? It's not
tally,
a,
not
yeah,
tally.
it doesn't, yeah, like dark match, cannot
Talk
match.
match.
It's not in alignment with how they look and also behavior as well. So
Mm,
yeah, so I really believe that yeah, we must really really look deep down into our hearts and see
mm.
who we really are.
Yeah, I think that is we need to be brutally honest with ourselves. Yeah, when we do this exercise and this constantly checking in with our hearts. That's why the Bible also has this saying, right? That guard your heart. Yeah,
Yes.
and it follows with what you said, like, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Yeah,
Mm.
so the heart can really tell us a lot about ourselves. Yeah, and just now I mentioned that each of us physically, right? Each of us has a unique heartbeat, right? and our heart beats in a slightly different patterns. So no one in this world, right, has a exact same heartbeat exactly like yours. So your heartbeat and my heartbeat, we have a different patterns. Yeah, just like fingerprints. Yeah, I mean, yeah, fingerprints. And what else? What kind of print? Very
Sorry,
unique one.
I'm just laughing. Type 5, the
Why?
heart probably will beat in
Will beat what?
will beat in a compartmentalization. Must beat like that. And then come back. So very right, very precise, very
Very
organized.
certain. Then the nine one must go with the flow.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
The
Maybe
four one
your
must
your
like it's
maybe
very
the 9
volatile.
is slightly slower because you are very chill people, right? So slightly slower,
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Hmm,
something very
interesting.
interesting. I mean, there's a science to it. You know, you can always go and Google and about the heartbeat, the unique heartbeat of each
Mm,
individual. Like physically, there's a unique heartbeat. Emotionally, there is also a unique emotional heartbeat. Because come to think of it, when we think about certain subjects or activities or circumstances, only certain areas interest certain people, right? Like what
yeah,
interests me may not interest you. And we
yes,
instinctively care about some things and not about others. So I find that these are like clues to for us lah to know where we should be serving or contributing our gifts and talents. Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
what are some of your thoughts about this one?
Um, actually, I don't really think along that line, but
Mm,
if you talk about like a passion
mm,
that's related so much to the heart, then yeah, that it makes sense that what we focus on,
mm.
yeah, is really our heartbeat. Like
Yeah.
we are passionate about women's issue, so
Mm,
that's where even our business, our
mm,
community serving is towards that direction. Yeah,
mm.
so agree absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So that leads me to the next question now. So like okay, first we need to listen to our heart, right? Whether we listen to our heart or we always ignoring how our heart feel or even shut it down. Yeah. Then the next question that we want to ask ourselves for today's topic that we want to really ask ourselves is how do you know you're doing things from your
I think maybe there's a feeling.
heart? Feeling.
Feeling, yeah.
How do
I
you
guess
feel?
if to know if I'm doing for my heart, then it will be more like uh how to say, like really love doing.
Mm,
That means you really love the way. That means you're not dragging your feet doing something.
mm,
Let's say if someone asks me to write maybe a blog, I'll be woo, okay, let's write a blog.
yeah, and you
I'll
can
be
go on and on and
happily,
on
yeah,
and on,
on and
right?
yeah. It's the on and on that you go, and then it's like, oops, okay, too long. Yeah, so I think that for me, that's my perspective or my how I would define knowing doing things from the heart, where you do it willingly, happily, be happy about doing it and not dragging your feet and not like dreading and then procrastinating. Yeah,
Mm.
so that's how I know if I'm doing it from my heart.
So you have certain level of like the first telltale sign, so to speak, is like enthusiasm.
Yes,
Would I agree?
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
enthusiasm, right? You have and you're somehow very enthusiastic about it.
yeah,
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 and I think another point that I noticed is when you're doing what you love to do, no one has to motivate you because like
yeah,
you can go on and on and on, right?
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to have someone checking on you. Hey, Julia, do this already or not? Julia, do that already or not? You don't have to.
Yeah,
Yeah. So nobody needs to check on you or even motivate you. You're like very self motivated and very enthusiastic lah. Yeah.
mm,
So that's one telltale sign. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm. Any
But then,
other thoughts? What else? How do you know you are doing things from your heart beside the enthusiasm?
actually, just to sidetrack a bit,
Mm.
the question is, if you love what you do, nobody really needs to motivate you. How many
Yeah.
of us really love what we do? I think that's
Mm.
also a very big question. That especially like let's say for example, being in the corporate world the last few couple of years,
Mm,
after a while it's like, do I really love what I do? I mean, some people really love what they do and they can stay in either one company for a very long time or stay within the corporate environment for a long time. But how
mm,
many of us really can say, I love what I do? So that's an
mm,
interesting question, isn't it? Yeah. How many of us really can say, I really love what I'm doing right now? Yeah.
mm. Yeah, I think to be able to be doing what you love to do is a choice. Yeah. Some people say, hey, it's a luxury, that it's a luxury.
Mm.
But I personally feel that it's a choice. Yeah. Because I also hear this saying that, I may be jumping the our points, but it's okay since you are on that and on that note.
Yeah.
Uh, I you probably also hear this before, like there's a saying that oh, I take up this job. I don't like to do this job, but it makes a lot of money. Yeah. So I just took up this job that I hate in order to make lots of money, so that someday I can quit and then do what I love to do. Have you heard that before?
Yes, all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
So
think it's quite a sad thing, although it's in reality, probably people are doing it because of survival. But
mm,
sadly, if we are in that kind of situation, you the money is good, but it's like the days are so tough to get through because you're really not liking it. Unless you somehow change your mind and then fall in love with what you do, then that's different. But if you continually do not like what you do,
mm,
you're just going to you actually are torturing yourself to go through the days, yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah,
months
yeah,
doing that. Yeah.
yeah. That's why there are a lot of rich people who are not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that brings us to the next point. You can have a lot to live on, but actually still nothing to live for. Yeah.
Mm,
So I think that is something very sad. Yeah. A very
yeah.
sad thing to come to realize. Yeah. Have you encountered anyone in your life like that?
Mm, yes, but they may not be super rich, but they are just not happy. I mean,
Mm,
they are okay. They're doing fine. They're not super rich, but they are doing fine. They can afford. They have
mm,
their own lifestyle to live, but I can tell that they are just not happy. So it would
mm,
be reflected in the way they talk, their speech, the words they use, their
mm,
actions. And they go through a cycle of self-sabotaging or blaming other people, or you can just feel the negative vibe. They're just not happy. And then sometimes they
mm,
don't understand why they're not happy because they recognize the blessings they have, right? They
mm,
recognize they have, but they're just not happy. So they need to just go and find why are they not happy. Yeah.
mm. Yeah. And I think another point to take note about is going back to, there are telltale signs of, how do we know that you're doing the things from your heart,
Yeah.
right? One is enthusiasm. Like nobody needs to motivate you. You can do it. I mean, even for free. Yeah. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you just like give all your time, your heart, everything to it to just you are not doing it for applause. You're not doing it for like rewards. Yeah. So that's one way to identify that, hey, you are actually doing this from your heart. You're just doing it out of sheer enjoyment.
Mm,
Yeah. And actually the opposite is also true, because when you don't have the heart to do something, right, that you're doing, you actually get discouraged very easily. Right? You get punctured
absolutely.
very easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I always want to give up. Always like, I'm gonna do already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every time it's a challenge come, an obstacle come, you know, want to give up, discourage. Yeah, want to throw in the towel. Yeah.
Mm,
So the opposite is true. And the second thing to take note to a telltale sign is also effectiveness. Like I don't know, passion drives perfection or excellence,
mm,
right? Yeah. If you don't really care about something, I mean, this is I mean I have to confess also. I mean, if you don't really care about something, right, a task, for example, it's very unlikely that you will excel in it. You don't care, right? if you don't care about it, you won't give your 100%. You won't really be effective, and you just want to, just get it done with, get it out of the way. That kind of
Yeah.
attitude. You
Yep.
find, is it that's true, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You just like I want to get over and done with. Anyhow, do. So at the end of the day, your boss or your manager say, "Hey, how come so many mistakes?" And then
Ah,
I think also the other, I think something that came up to my mind is being
mm,
proud of your work, taking
mm,
pride in what you do. Yeah,
mm,
I ever once heard one of my managers or bosses to say, "Are you proud of your work?" Sometimes
mm,
we have meetings, right? Then say, at the end of the day, when you finish your project, when like you submit, are you
mm,
proud? Are you proud of the output of yours? So it makes me
mm,
think, like, it makes me always think, like, yeah, whatever I do, right, I need to be proud of the work that I'm doing. Even
mm,
as simple as doing up minutes, typing up
mm,
minutes, or arranging meetings or this, because that's the
mm,
output of my effort, right? So am I
mm.
proud of it? Yeah, so
Yeah.
so that stays in my mind for quite a while when I was working. So it is a good question. Are you proud of your work when at the end of the day when
Mm,
you complete your task? Yeah,
mm.
so probably that is also one of the telltale sign of whether you're doing it with your whole heart,
With your whole heart.
wholeheartedly, yeah, wholeheartedly
Mm,
doing your job and loving what you do. It's the pride
mm.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, with that point,
Mm.
it's somehow I connect it to another point where I feel that for some personality, they may feel that, oh, if I do too well, it's like
Showing off.
showing off. But if you're
Yes.
doing everything with your heart, then also naturally the outcome is you will excel in it because you're doing it with all your heart, and you don't have to feel ashamed of the quality of the work that you're producing. Yeah,
Mm.
so it's ironical, like where
Yeah.
there's some personality type that will feel not say ashamed lah, but embarrassed, or they're not
Shy. They're shy.
shy. Yeah, they don't feel proud of the work. Yeah, they feel that,
Yeah.
better low profile, stay low
Yeah, they
profile.
want to stay low profile, like, okay, I've done my work, that's it. Okay, don't come and bother me. Next, I'm doing my next job. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
so
think we should all be proud of our work. Come on,
yeah.
man.
And I think for personalities like that, right, it's actually very miserable.
Yeah.
Very miserable because on one hand, they are passionate about the work, right? Wow,
Mm-hmm.
then when they do it with all their heart, wow, they excel, they do very well. But then when you do well, naturally you will be praised, get attention, that kind of thing, right? And then they are not comfortable with the attention. So it's
Yes.
like there's a conflict here, and it can be miserable for this personality type lah. Yeah.
Mm.
How about you? Your personality type is not like that, right? It's like, oh,
No.
I'm good means good.
Tell me, tell me.
Yeah,
Recently,
compliment.
yeah, please tell me. Give me the credit, okay? Don't take away my credit. That's very important to me.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
So
different
the
personality type, yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
So it's coincidentally recently I was doing this per the love language test because
mm,
I think because sometime back I was just telling you that I'm very confused with this love language. I don't know which love language is mine, even though I read the book, right? So I went on
mm,
to the site and did, and I was actually very surprised. I always think that my love language is gifts, but
mm.
it's actually words of affirmation. So I
Ah,
think back all this while when I'm working and when bosses, colleagues that affirm me, yeah, that it builds me up. The confidence level goes
mm.
up. So yes, words of affirmation.
Okay, okay.
Say something nice to me.
Now we know what to do.
Anita, Brenda, say something nice to me. Yeah, so for me, if I do a good job, I
Mm,
would want my bosses, my teammates, my colleagues to say, "Hey, Julia, well done! Wow, very good!" I feel, wow, I feel good. I feel very motivated, very, and not so much of like ego, no, not stroking ego, but it's self confidence. The confidence
mm,
level you keep building up. Yeah.
mm. And you also feel appreciated lah,
Yes.
appreciated, affirmed that,
Definitely.
hey, because you some people may having this, like you mentioned, confidence may have certain self doubt,
Mm,
about their capabilities and all that. But then when we give them the words of affirmation and encouragement, it does build them up. Yeah, encourage them, motivate them to do
Yeah,
even better. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
yeah. Interesting. Okay. So why it was so funny?
Nothing. So
Yeah,
that's kind of
I
say nice things about me, okay? They must say nice things about me.
now we know what we know how to
Oh, you
how to
know.
give you our love, show our
Yeah.
love to you.
Yeah, lots of work.
Not just eat durian together. Okay. Now the next point I want to highlight is remember the greatest thing in life are not things. You know, meaning is far more than just money, right? So that's why sometimes just now earlier we said that you may have a lot to live on,
Mm.
but then nothing to live for. Yeah. So that's uh, another point we want to bring up to the awareness. Yeah. Again, this whole program is all about gaining awareness. Yeah, and
Yes.
then examine and observing our different thinking, our thought lives, our thoughts, our emotional state as well, and then so that we can take the certain appropriate actions, positive actions that help us to get to know ourselves better, right? So
Yep.
what are some of the things that you find meaningful for you? Like the things that you do with your heart and you find very meaningful.
Especially when I can help another entrepreneur with their business because
Mm,
most of them are quite stuck. And especially solopreneurs, they just don't have. Sometimes they don't have the avenue or the channel to go to, so they always
mm,
think that they're one the only one facing this problem. But actually, the problem is like universal.
mm,
So if I can step in to like help them see that actually there are many ways to do one thing in 10 different ways. So yeah, so that's for me is meaningful, and seeing their growth from from just one idea, they spark off many ideas on their own, and they start to grow, and they start to just blossom as an entrepreneur. Yeah, that's very meaningful for me. Yeah,
mm,
so in recent years, I've been given opportunities to do business coaching to clients and our leaders as well. Yeah, so
mm,
that is I always look forward to it because
mm.
you don't know like what kind of ideas will come out as you talk
Yeah,
to
yeah,
them, right? And suddenly we
yeah,
have this all this ideas too push,
yeah.
like it just explode out, and then all of a sudden all of us also have aha moments. Yeah, that's for me is very meaningful. How about yourself?
Mm. For me, I find meaning in. I mean, similar to what you mentioned, but for me, it's more of seeing them coming out from their fear zone, like
Mm,
so trapped in the fear zone and not moving forward. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me what they are moving forward to. Like, I
yeah.
mean, of course, towards their dreams and passion. Yeah, so it doesn't matter whether is it a community work or a business project or in the relationship. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean by doesn't matter which direction they are going, but more importantly is get them out of that fear zone. Yeah, once once I see that happening, my heart it just it excites me lah. Yeah, then and I guess I'm a cheerleader by nature,
Yeah.
encourager by nature. So yeah, I like to see women stepping out, taking the courage to step out. Yeah, and the business that we are doing is giving them the platform to do that, to exercise that
Mm,
courage. Yeah, and
absolutely. Yeah.
equipping them with the tools and the knowledge, the strategies to do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
so then the whole business becomes meaningful to me lah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And I also agree, especially the fear part when you like it's like that it's actually the other side of fear is actually not fearful at all, but because they're so stuck, right? They have just so fearful to take just one step to go from the fear zone to the no the courage
Courage
zone.
zone.
Yeah, so it's like it's okay. I think like we are at the side. Let's say it's okay. Come on, come on. It's
Mhm.
nothing to be sure about because I think they're so stuck so many years in that situation where they're so comfortable in their fear zone that coming out is really frightening for them. But the moment when they come out of it, then they realize actually I should have done that like many years ago, right? They're like, why did I take such a long time to come out? And then
Yeah.
when they come out, you can see them just grow. Yeah, that's
Mm,
amazing. Yeah.
yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, personally, we went through this journey lah, and we are still going through because it's always we are constantly growing and we are constantly stepping out of another
Yes.
comfort zone, another
Yeah.
comfort zone.
So
There's
many
always
comfort zone to come out from.
yeah, and that's where we grow, mah. We grow from um you know in church we say from grow from glory
Glory,
to glory.
glory. Yeah.
But how would you put it
Strength to
in
strength. Grow from
natural
strength to strength.
strength to strength, yes.
Yes.
Strength to strength, courage to courage. Yeah. So yeah, then that's how about what do you think, I mean, this is the question we want to pose to the audience. So where is the question? Yes, here you are. This is the question that we want to actually encourage you to uh do a reflection.
Yes. We
Like,
learn by reflections.
yes, we always learn by reflection. So no point down here chit chat, talk. Then after that, okay, the end. Yeah, the learning comes when you do something about it, when you take action. Yeah. So the so-called homework for this episode is, write down. Don't go and analyze again. I want to highlight. Don't analyze. Just write down in what ways can you see yourself passionately serving others and loving it. Yeah, and you're
Mm.
loving it. Yeah, just list out or what are the past, what are the past activities or things that you have done. You find yourself passionately doing it and loving it, because some audience, they may already lost that passion because
Yes.
something happened along the line, and then
Mm.
just shut down, shelve it, buried it. Yeah, that kind of thing. And then, or due to circumstances, yeah, you shifted from your passion to something that you don't really enjoy doing. Yeah. So I don't know what happened to your journey, but at this point when you are hearing this or watching this YouTube video, you know the the invitation to you is write down what you have done in the past passionately and loving it, and then what are you doing now also, or what do you see yourself doing passionately. Yeah. So that's an exercise that will really help to do some reflection, yeah, and get to know you, right?
Yeah.
Courage to be you,
Mm.
ma. Yeah. How
Yeah.
about
So
you, Julia?
mm,
Yeah. What to add on?
yeah, I just want to add on. Like I do know that some people fall off in their, if I may say, the passionate journey is because maybe they've been hurt by people, and maybe
Mm,
they are also maybe like me, when they do, they don't have any words of affirmation, then give up, like you do really, then nobody see that you're doing all this. Yeah. So
mm,
but just want to encourage that, find back your passion and do it. Don't do it for others, but do it for yourself. And
mm,
for us believers, we do it for God, right? When you do
mm,
things for God, yeah, it's the perspective is also very different. So you
mm,
do it for the people that needs your help, but don't do it
mm,
for those people who are looking at you. Do it for
mm,
yourself. Do it for the people that need your help. Yeah. And the past is the past. Yes, we've been hurt. I mean, all of us been hurt before, but we just want
yeah,
to move forward and
yeah,
find back the passion, and yeah, and chung with the passion and just do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the best part is when you can find a community of
Yes.
like-minded women, yeah, to do it
Absolutely.
together, right? Because
Mm.
yes, we may all have different passion, but yeah, if for us who are passionate about, in general terms, empowering women, but empowering women has many unique ways of doing it
Correct.
as well. So everyone is passionate. Like for you, in the content creation area. For
Mm.
me, it's just simply getting them out of the fear zone. So we have you chunk it down. There's specific areas of passion as well under the
Yes.
broader umbrella of women empowerment. Yeah. So, yeah, talking about the community, we
I
have
know what
our
what's coming up next.
upcoming, yes, our upcoming Women of Courage Asia monthly empowerment meeting happening on the 25th of August. And guess who is speaking? None other than our Julia Chong. Yeah, she will be sharing with what you will be sharing.
I will be sharing, I will be teaching you how to write about one thing in 10 different ways. And during my segment, you get to do something hands-on. Immediately
Mm.
go and do something. Yeah.
Wow,
So no
immediate.
excuse, yeah, immediately. No excuse that you cannot do content.
Yeah,
Ah, no
must
excuse.
practice, must exercise being courageous, right?
Yeah. On
That's
that
the whole
day,
idea,
just
right?
do it. That's right. On that day, just do it. Just do it. Don't care. Just do and post. That's it. Yeah. Whoops. Did I
Yeah.
give up?
Oops.
Something. Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's gonna
and
be fun, hands-on. You learn different ways. There's a freebie. I will give out a freebie. So you want to know what's the freebie? You want to get the freebie? So come and join us. And before that, I'm going to release one video. I give you one tiny tip how to create
mm,
content immediately. Also, I'm very immediate. Immediately, you can create content. Yeah. So watch out for my video coming out soon. Saturday,
very
huh?
good.
Saturday, huh?
Wow, very good, very good. I'm looking forward to it already. Yeah. And for those who you feel that you're still very confused, like still very, your heart somewhere here, somewhere there, everywhere, you find that your heart is everywhere.
花心.
Then you want to book a clarity session with us.
Yes.
Yeah, be grounded, be anchored, be focused. Yeah, and then to really find meaning in where, and why you keep pointing at me, the clarity session can be with you also. You do the business coaching.
Yeah lah, I like the business lah. If not, then it will be see, that's why
Yeah.
I see we have different areas of passion, right? Yours is more life coaching, mine is more business coaching. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how
So
we team up as well. So that's very
mm,
great team partnership, teamwork over there for you. Yeah. So sometimes you don't just get one, you get two of us.
yeah, for the price of one, wow.
Where to find, right?
Yeah, lor.
Yeah. Okay. So I think yeah, we have managed to cover quite a bit within half an
Mm,
hour. Yay, great achievement. Give ourselves a pat on the shoulder. Yeah. So next week, what are we going to talk about?
don't know.
S H
Ability.
A.
S.H.A.
A. Yes, A
Ability.
for
Your
ability.
ability. This is
Yeah.
a very interesting word ability. Leda and I, we were back and forth about ability, right? Ability is talent, what? Ability you give what? Give is ability. We were like, no, 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 because we were doing the spiritual gifts, right? And then we had
Yeah.
another section where it's for everybody. So we call it the gifts and talent. And then we was like, but gifts and talent can also be ability. Da, 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 da. But until we finally decided that, okay, what is natural gift and talent and what is abilities.
Yeah.
So we are very clear.
Yeah.
We have our
Which
own charity session.
yeah, which we're going to talk all about it on Tuesday, next
Okay.
Tuesday, right? Yeah,
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yeah. So I hope you enjoy the chit chat this afternoon, and it's not an aimless chit chat. It's really getting actually quite bad. People were eating. Still want them to think.
Other indigestion. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can always catch up on the video, and then really hope that you will do the activity, like
The
write down what
reflection. Yeah.
ways you see yourself passionately serving others and loving it. All right, so we hope our this session has added value to you over the lunchtime, and we will see you on Tuesday. Okay, bye.